morning, everybody. I'm back. I'll move y'all up so y'all can see me a little bit better. Alright. Today, what we're going to do on Marty's Alliance, we're going to hang out here in the man cave. We're going to change the carburetor on a 95 Yamaha Virago. I'll give y'all a little bit more details on the bike. I wound up buying this bike cheap. The old lady wanted to move up in the 20th century, which this year is about the 19th century, being 95. She had a 1980 CM400A, which it will be on the video later. It's getting sold. Possibly do some painting, cleaning it up. It's been sitting for a little bit, as has this. I was gonna do a live on this video, and the GoPro Quick app, it decided that it's not wanting to work, which if anybody has GoPros and uses that app, y'all understand. And I was trying a little bit of new stuff with a wireless mic, because I'm hoping the audio will be okay with this. It should. And I apparently wasn't recording for about 20 minutes. Hey, it happens. So I've done tore down the bike, done got the carburetor off, but we're gonna go ahead and go through everything, let you know what I've done, kind of show y'all a little bit of stuff on the carburetor, and note to self, double check. That's what editing's for. All right, let me show you. Alright, here we are. First thing I done, drain the gas. Drain the gas out of the tank, because I know y'all don't want to sit here with me, chit chat, and in another term, watch paint dry. I don't want to. And anyways, drained that. Took the tank off. Tank sits here. I moved it back here. There's your vacuum operated petcock. Reserve, prime, I guess that's PRI for prime. Then you have on. There's no off. No matter what you do, it don't go off. And getting a text message from a buddy. And well, got it drained, got all that done, got it moved back, and then there's a clamp. Let me show y'all. I'm not supposed to point at it and show you. Alright, if you look here, you got a clamp here. Got a clamp here. This is your air intake that goes to your air intake, which looks like the Dolly Parton of motorcycles. There's another one of these on the other side, which is your breather. Right there. Take that clamp, loosen it up, move it up. This right here is your fuel intake that goes into your heads. Front cylinder, rear cylinder. Got a clamp here, loosen it up. This, anybody tell me what it is? Go in your comments, let me know. I said go in the comments, let me know. Come on now. Hell, I just tell you. This is what they call an enrichment. I call it a choke cable. I'm pretty sure every other one of my alliance would probably call it a choke cable. All right, and then you have your throttle cables, which this right here is a push-pull situation. You give it throttle, it moves them. If you see how they move back and forth. This, no throttle. Open it up, throttle. Now, remember, that right there play a very crucial role in knowing which one of these goes where on the new carburetor. The new fuel make it happener. Now, with all that being said, I'll show you the old carburetor. Old carburetor. Back in, hey. Back in the summer, I wound up getting this bike running. It's set for a while with non-ethanol fuel in it. Well, with ethanol fuel in it. And that's not good. Not good to let it sit. Man, there was so much crap, junk. It looks like boo-boo. That's about the best. And cleaned it. The carburetor intake for the fuel intake, it was very cracked, so I knew I was leaking air there, so I ordered a new one, cleaned the carburetor, put it back on. Well, within the time of me putting it back on, got it running, and it would never come up to wide open throttle. It was always very hesitant, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna have to pull this rascal off, clean it again, blah blah blah. I really don't want to, but I need to. You know, it started getting winter time, and held this right here to be a winter project. Well, I got on no jungle website that as known as, or AKA, Amazon. Well, got on Amazon. This little guy showed up about 2 days later. And it is a brand new carburetor for a 250 Virago. I think from 95 to 2004. And this right here is also known as the XV250, XV250. The part number off of Amazon, X001YVMN2D. And it comes up, looks like this. This little guy right here. Well, everything looks identical. It sets in here like so. All right. Here's where your throttle cables connect. And if you'll notice, it has to go this way here, right? Well, you remember whenever I told y'all to remember whenever you crack your throttle, which one pushes and which one pulls on your throttle cable. Well, you've got to hook them up in that orientation, or if you don't, you ain't going nowhere. It might idle, but you ain't doing nothing. You ain't getting none of them wraps. You know, let me check this fire right quick. It's getting a little cold in here. Oh yeah. I'm getting there. Slowly, we getting there. Now, with all that being said, took all that off. Camera wasn't recording. About 10-15 minutes. I feel like a dum-dum, and here we are. We're getting ready to put the carburetor back in this rascal, the new one, and hook up the enrichment cable. It did come, if y'all look right, let's see here, focus, that little hole right there. That's where your enrichment cable goes, or as I like to call, and a lot of other people like to call it, the choke cable. Okay? Choke cable. Choke. And this here, as I showed, is the choke cable or enrichment cable. Don't get stuck on terms. Don't care. We just know what it is. We know what it does. It enriches the fuel to start the bike, blah, blah, blah. There are some things that I'm not very knowledgeable about. And that right there is a vacuum operated pitcock. Because on both of my motorcycles I have outside, one is a gravity fed like you would on a 4-wheeler or 3-wheeler or something like that. The other one, it is gravity fed down to a fuel pump, and a fuel pump up to your carburetors, because there's 4. And I should have done a video on that. I didn't, and kind of kicking myself in the butt, and I'm also kicking myself in the butt for not taking pictures of it whenever I first picked it up. But that's something else to get into later on. We ain't even gonna worry about it right now. Don't even think about it right now. What we need to think about is getting the carburetor back in. Let's get at it. All right. Let's see here. Turn y'all down. This lovely little hole right here, and I think somebody's here. Guys, hold 1 second. Nobody's here. You said okay. All right. Now, my hands are froze. It needs to get warmer in here. It's only 40-something degrees. 45 in the man cave right now. And let's get her together. It's only 45 in the man cave. And shoot, it's 20-something outside. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take this enrichment cable right here, and I'm going to put it in said hole right here, because you ain't doing this with it in the bike. So we're going to push that rascal in. We're going to start turning it to get it started. Do not cross thread this. And then we're going to look down here and take a 12 millimeter, start tightening this rascal up. And the choke is off for the time being. That's good. You know, I've always wondered, how do they know whenever this actually goes in that hole inside that carburetor? I know it sets in there kind of like a guide. And here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this carburetor. Let me turn y'all a little bit so y'all get down in here and watch me freeze my hands. I'm going to take this, I'll put it in here. Instead of me turning that, I'm going to hold this cable, and I'm going to turn this carburetor clockwise. And it's not twisting nothing, but it's threading that into the place it needs to be. And since I've got it that far, I'm going to take this 12 millimeter, that is about 12 degrees, and a little at a time, sit here and do this. Yeah, I could go ahead and cut this part out. You know, I'd cut it out, be like, look what I did, change the carburetor, but I don't want to be all shady like it. Y'all know me, I don't like shady crap. And I think somebody might be here now because my phone went ding ding. Alright, let's see here. Of course, you know, trying to do a video and somebody wants to text and they know about it. Alright. So we're about to have a little bit of company. Little bit of company. Now, since that's done, I guess I ought to wait until somebody knocks. Who's gonna knock? Probably not. Probably not. Hold up, girl. Alright, I'm back. Now, what I've wound up doing is putting that enrichment cable or throttle cable in it, whichever one you want to say. And we're going to look at the orientation of which way these right here need to go. That needs to open that way. So that's going to open clockwise. We open this. That's going to be pulling. So as we look at it, it's going to be bottom is top and top is bottom. Surely not the best, but that's what we got. So how you been, Bronson?
Same old, same old.
Same old, same old. You're liking the weather there?
I love it.
You love it. Hear that he loves it. Saying, guys, I could go ahead and cut y'all, get these on here and say, hey, look what I did, but y'all know I don't like doing it like that. Golly. So what you been doing this afternoon, bud?
Woke up really at 2 o'clock.
I got you. Woke up at 2 o'clock.
Went by, checked on Grandma, make sure she was alright.
Uh-huh.
She's alright and everything, so.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah.
Got one in there.
Apparently it's supposed to get worse tonight.
Yeah, buddy, it ain't gonna stop snowing until sometime tomorrow. Or tomorrow night.
It was like tomorrow night.
Alright, guys. There's that. There's one. Yep, there's one. Excuse me. Now I've got to put the second one on this top. It's a little chilly in here. I've had that fire. I try to have that fire going all day, but it's just, it's so doggone cold, it's unreal in here. For some odd reason, that right there don't look right. That's the only way it's gonna have to go. It's right like so. You know, I even tried hooking up a, I hope the audio's okay on this, because I tried hooking up the wireless mics, and let's just say that either they don't work or it makes the GoPro glitch real bad, and that I'm not a fan of. And guys, looks like we might have to put this rascal in here, which is not gonna be a fun task, and go from there. Let me look at this and I'll get right back with you. Let's see what we can do here to make this right here work a little better, because I've got a choke cable. With all this crap right here being cold, it's not fun. think, if I ain't mistaken, I think I put this rascal in from the opposite side of this bike last time. I might be wrong too. But Mr. Yamaha, I probably had a lot different stuff to do. A lot easier. And I notice, like, these 250s, they want to cram like 100 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. If y'all understand what that means. Everything's just so little bitty and it's a nightmare to get to. But we shall try this direction. Now this right here might be part that I cut out, because I know y'all don't want to see me sit here and fight with this for X amount of time trying to get this rascal up in here. Now Shauna, she's in there doing some stuff with her diamond art painting. Yeah. You know what? I think I just wound up getting a little bit extra there. Not like this. Well, anyways, it always comes out easier and it goes back in. Always does. I don't know why in the world this rascal will be doing this the way it is. But I am not liking it. Be right back with y'all. Alright. Got the bottom one on. Now, let's put the top one on. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of Yamaha mechanic out there, man, just screaming at the screen right now. You're doing it wrong! Don't care. If I was doing it wrong, y'all be over here doing it for me. But you don't see that Yamaha mechanic making content. But what you do see, you see Yamaha creating motorcycles, so yeah. Might be doing it wrong. Don't care. It's the only way I know how to do it. Tell you what, I'd love to go find Mr. Yamaha or whoever created this little contraption and kick them right square where the sun don't shine. But if anybody's ever worked on anything in their life, they understand that some things can be a PITA. And those who know what PITA stands for, y'all get it. And guess what? Got both of them on. Front, back. Now, we're going to turn that rascal sideways, or long ways, or however ways we want to do this. Now we're going to have to twist this guy. Let me turn y'all so y'all can kind of see what's going on here. I know y'all probably really don't want to see what's going on. Wait till I bust my finger and wind up throwing the camera and everything else, but it's not good. No bueno. Not fun. Yeah. I know what would make it even easier, but I don't want to spend the time and going doing that. Is taking the heat gun and heating up the bottom plastic down here. That way that this rascal right here would sit in here correctly. It'd kind of pop in there. Yeah, that was a little violent. That was a little violent. Yeah. And I really think that the design that Yamaha done here with using the frame as part of the breather system, I think it's stupid. Real stupid. And what I'm doing here is I'm trying to fold this out like that. Push it up in here a little farther. Try not to push this little motorcycle off the lift. Okay. There's half. Now if y'all look down here on the bottom, you see how that's setting down in here. Right here. Alright, now down here on the bottom, see that shiny stuff right here? And it's got to go up and over and onto that intake boot. And that is the part that is a nightmare. Well, I don't know if it's going to be much of a nightmare. Just push it. Push it real good. Now, if I could take this Phillips screwdriver, I don't want to use a flathead because I'm worried if I use a flathead, I'm going to puncture it and poke a hole or something in it. So if I could take this right here and kind of fold this guy out. Hey, hey, hey. I think we're making progress, ladies and gentlemen. You know, whenever I started doing YouTube videos, it was kind of hard for me to talk to the camera. Because you're like, man, I was always thinking, how am I going to talk to a camera? Well, you don't really think about it, you just talk. Talk to yourself. And it's like y'all guys are sitting right here watching every little move. But with me doing that, let me get y'all down here and show you. See how that right there is around? I gotta push this up and tighten that up. and then start putting everything else kind of together in the way we need to on this, and we ought to be ready to start buttoning this rascal back up. I'm not going to go ahead and start the bike right now. I want to get the carburetor put on here and go from there. This right here is not a will it start video. This right here is a will he put a carburetor on a Yamaha Virago 250. And I can say that video so far is a success. And guys, I'm not being cocky. I'm being confident when I say it'll start. Now, something that Yamaha has that I really honestly don't know much about. Let me show. Yeah, you see these two wires, right? And I don't know if this right here is a throttle positioning thing, because there's there's a barb there and a barb here that goes top, this goes bottom, and it has the same thing up here on the other side of the carburetor. If anybody knows anything about these little Yamahas or Viragos or whatever, let me know. Let me know what in the world those right there are for. Let me know if those right there would cause this bike to absolutely go crazy. And also, if y'all know if I can bypass these, take them off. Is it EPA stuff? Not sure. No, my luck, it's probably EPA stuff. That's on. This goes over to that goes over to the fuel pump. Yep, that's fuel pump. That's on. Got to hook up the rest of the throttle cables wherever they decided they wanted to run off to. We'll go from there. So, if anybody works for GoPro Quick, probably said it already in this video, but tell them they need to go back and rethink how they want to set their app up. Try to go on there, connect the camera, went to YouTube, create a live, went through all the stuff, everything's done. Go to create live stream, and what does it do? It says connection unsuccessful, check your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Well, the Wi-Fi on my phone is connected to the Wi-Fi on the camera. The Bluetooth on my phone is connected to the Bluetooth on the camera. The dual Wi-Fi, which is 1080p, it is set up to my Wi-Fi at the house. So everything is going, everything is correct. But then it says it's unsuccessful. Come on. Get with it, please. That is very, very unprofessional, GoPro. You got all these guys and girls and everybody that pays for a GoPro Quick subscription to use the editing software, to what else? To go live by using the camera, other than I could go live using my phone, which y'all would not want that. Y'all got so many extra gigabyte of cloud storage, but if the app is so slow and the connectivity issues, is there really a reason to pay for using that product if it's not going to work correctly? Anyways, enough. I've had my rant. We get back into this. And look, I've not busted any knuckles. I'm not bleeding. So far, this is a success. And you know how I was telling y'all about the first part of this video? I said that my old lady wanted another bike because the other bike was a little older. Well, the guy that had showed up, he wound up buying the bike and sitting right over here. So here, whenever it warms up a little bit, more than likely, we're going to go ahead and do a video, and I'm going to probably bring him on the channel, introduce him, and see if we can't make some content on his soon-to-be new to you motorcycle. Alright, I got to go on the other side. Let's see if I can hook the rest of the stuff up. Let me put y'all right here in the way. Alright. Here's carburetor. I'm going to go right over in here. As a matter of fact, right there, and see if I can't connect all them throttle cables. And I'm going to knock my drink over too. Well, I'm doing such a great job today. It's nice and warm over here. It's a lot warmer over here. Alright. Let's see what we got going on. This guy needs to go up here. Yup. Oh, okay. Alright, bud. I got you. We can play. Alright, I found my problem, guys. See, me trying to get in a hurry. That's what I done. You know how I was telling y'all about that enrichment cable, or the throttle, the choke cable? I threaded that in there. Well, what I should have done is that this top throttle cable, it comes out right like this. Watch this. I get this rascal out so easily, right like that. But it's a PITA to get back in. But I had to take that out. Okay. Now, if y'all keep watching right here, I'm going to come to the other side. And this guy's going to come through the top. Y'all see how I done that? How it came through the top? Well, if I would have kept it where it was, that cable, whenever you give it throttle, it would hit that choke cable. The throttle cable would hit the choke cable, and it would not go vroom vroom. Well, it probably would, but there would be a lot of hesitation. Let me slide y'all back. Y'all kind of severely in my bubble. I know y'all want to see what's going on. Y'all just gonna have to hold with me, you know. Hold on a second. You know, I'm trying to do this with my fingers and all this other crap. It would have been very beneficial if I would have got a pair of needle nose pliers. Hey, hold up. How about the hemostasis? No, I'm not a pothead. No. If anybody's ever been around somebody that has done that kind of stuff, I don't condone it. Just not for me. Not for me. Not for me. And trying to get this rascal in this hole and turn at the same time is not fun. Sometimes you kind of wish you had like see-through hands. That way you could grab something and still see what you're doing. Hey! And of course, whenever I'm not looking, I'm not paying attention to it, what does it do? Snaps right in place. Guess I need to do that more often. Alright, now, let me get y'all back into position. Back over in here. Right there. I'm going right here. On this opposite side. Let's take this cape and this fuel line and move it down. Okay. Now that's going to go through here. I'm going to hook that up to that spot right there, and it is a 10 monkey meter. I think everything on this bike you could take it apart with a 10, a 12, a 13, and possibly a 17, 15. Got fire? Yes, we have fire. Still have fire. All right. Now, since we're on this side, and move this guy, move him up. Take this guy, slide him in here. Hey, hey! Looky, looky, looky. We love it. Everybody, say it together. We love it. There's this. That guy connects there. Yep. There's 1 and 2. That guy connects there. I'm hooking up all these other little wires and things on the carburetor that I can only do on that one side. And I've got y'all on a tripod. I guess I could have put y'all on my head and walked around, or you know, that's why we need to go ahead and take old Bronson and get him kind of involved in the camera work. That way he could shush for a while, and he could kind of get into the area and the details that's needed, so I can kind of have a cameraman. Everybody needs a cameraman. I know one thing, not everybody needs a Yamaha Virago. Well, Mr. Bronson, he's about to go get his motorcycle permit, and I think I have him talked into going to Harley Davidson and doing the Harley Davidson riding test, well, class, and that right there kind of saves you from going to the DMV and doing the course with the state of Kentucky. And I don't know if it's the same anywhere else. If it is, you know, drop it in the comments below. But I think Harley Davidson has the same classes everywhere you go. And if I can get him to do this, I'm going to try to set him up with a GoPro on his helmet, and then he's going to record. Well, anyways, after the GoPro messing up right there, I'm going to say, try to get him to record him going to the Harley Davidson class and go through all the BS that I had to do. I think it'd be fun. Whenever I went through there, I asked him, I said, guys, could I bring a GoPro and do this? I said, oh yeah, you should have done that. That'd be cool. Well, I didn't. Should have, but didn't. Woulda, coulda, but All right. Now, since we're back in this whole situation, I got said carburetor on. Got everything hooked up on the back. It's doing the snapback. We're gonna go ahead and put this tank back up here where it goes. Yes. Right, like so. There's 2 bolts that go in here. That rascal goes over there. This fuel line, it goes over there. Yeah. I think we're gonna make some progress. Yeah, I think we're gonna make some progress. Now that one, I think he goes up top. It should. Let's see here. We got 1, 2. There's another one underneath here. No, 1, 2. Sometimes LED lights are not really the best thing to have in a way. Some people gripe about them, some people do, some people don't. Alright, now what we're going to do, we're going to try to trace this because the fuel comes out of the tank into here, which is all air vacuum operated petcock. And I think it's stupid. Stupid. Because you can't turn it off, you can't turn it on. Well, you can... I'm sorry. There's 2 ways. Yeah, 2 ways. All or more. More fuel or all fuel. Fuel. But this, it goes through here like so. And then I've got this line here, and I think that guy goes over there. But let's check this other side right quick. Let's see what I got. Alright, that guy, he comes on here. Yep. And then that line comes out and over to that. Now, do I have enough for that? I think right here's my other line. It is. Is that my phone or yours? Yeah, go ahead. All right. Well, let's see here. I've got that. There, if you notice, see, like, there's 2 lines. One line comes here, one line comes here. This line comes out, comes over here, and comes into that. This line comes out of here, goes over there to the fuel pump. Fuel pump has 2 lines, comes out of it. One connects into the top of the carburetor, other connects into the back of the carburetor for the fuel. There's way too many of these lines for such a small bike. I think it's a little ridiculous, to say the least. So if there's anybody that happens to stumble across this video and has simplified this little method of madness with all these doggone fuel lines, please let me know something. Because I'm definitely wanting to know how to do this. Alright, there's that. Those are on. This guy, where in the world does it go? Oh, it goes on the bottom of the fuel pump. Okay. Alright. Now let's make sure that I've got that line hooked up. Let's be pushed on there a little bit more. I think I'm telling you. I'm gonna go on the other side. I'm gonna push that rascal up on there a little bit more. Oh, what is this? Where the video's about done, it starts getting warmer in here. I'll call horse hockey on that. All right, there's all that. It's pushed up on there. Got 2 bolts to go here. Tell you what, guys, I'll put some fuel in this while we're all here. And I said I wasn't gonna go ahead and start it, but what the hey? Let's see if I even done something. Let's see if I kind of knew what I was doing. If I didn't, well, guess what? I got more time that I could sit around and chill out and figure all this stuff out too. Yeah. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And whenever we parked this bike for the winter, I did go up there and fill up the bike with non-ethanol 90 octane. Y'all might call it rec fuel, REC, which would be a recreational fuel. It don't have all that ethanol, don't even have 10%, 15%, or all that other lovely gunky crap that they have nowadays in it. And no, this little bike is not a corn-fed monster. So let's turn this fuel on here. Maybe. Oh yeah, see? Oh, we got some fuel flowing there. Fuel flow. Now we're gonna turn this rascal on. Let's enrich it or choke it. Well, we might get some more. Fire up, little guy. Hey, guess what? So what that means we've done something right. I do have the choke on. I'd have to go through here and kind of set the carburetor, set the idle, but I can tell you right now, it's idling 10 times better than what it was. Let's go ahead and pull this choke or the enrichener back on it. Ooh. Let's turn this throttle up a little. Hey! I like it. Now, here's the question. Can I give it some throttle and it actually take it? Ha-ha! It done it! Well, guys, we done what some people might think might be the impossible. And what that impossible might be is we did not take this bike to Yamaha and say, hey, I'll pay y'all $110 an hour plus labor, plus parts, plus to wind up changing the carburetor. The carburetor I got for $35 off of Amazon. And I somehow had a 30, I don't know, like a 33 or $35 and some change coupon. So that carburetor cost me 9 cents. 9 cents. And the way I look at it, it works, it runs, and what else can you do? But guys, the time's come where I've got to say, with friends, family, and alliance like y'all, everything's possible. I love y'all. Y'all be good. God bless. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. Be good. See you.